So he turned to two old friends from his early days learning country blues in Leeds, Brendan Croker and Steve Phillips.
When I had my money, used to follow me around. Now I have got broke, you gotta run me down.
Gradually, over the last 4 years, the welcome night out with his mates has evolved into the Notting Hillbillies, the band, the album and the tour. As they cram in 40 British gigs in 42 days, the Hillbillies' on-the-road lifestyle may not be quite what Knopfler and keyboard player Guy Fletcher came to expect with Dire Straits. But the Knopfler level of perfectionism remains the same. They are rehearsing for the tour 7 days a week for 6 weeks.
Mark said, "Are you doing any gigs in the near future?" And I said, "Yeah, well, I've got a couple on this particular weekend." That was within a few months of finishing the tour, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And he came up and did a gig with me and Brendan in Leeds, in a little place, a little pub in Leeds where we were playing Saturday night, I think it was. Mm. And I think you had a stinking good time, really, didn't you?
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
This was the Hillbillies' debut, was it?
I suppose in a way it was. I think it's probably the first time I think of that the three of us actually played in public together.
It seemed to me like the continuation of something that had been going on for years. It didn't seem strange at all at the time.
I believe you were in Leeds for about 5 years, weren't you, Mark, as a cub reporter and then as a student?
I was in
at
as a
university?
couple on a newspaper and 3 at the university. And the day that I graduated, I went to London and joined a professional rock and roll band.
So through all that 10, 12, 15 years after you left Leeds, Mark, you managed to stay in touch?
Mm.
How did you do that?
Semaphore, wasn't it?
Well, I think my mates are very, by and large, been very forgiving. You know, as far as you get away for long periods of time. I mean, if you shake your hand and say, "How's it all going?" You know, and just sort of pick up a guitar and carry on where you left off, really. And there's maybe a couple of new chords to pass around.
The Notting Hillbillies there, talking to Phil Sutcliffe.